Hey guys, Josh here, and you might be wondering, this is a Gloomhaven video. Where's Kevin and Ethan? Why are you sitting in Kevin's spot? Um, so I got Jaws of the Lion, and I'm super excited about it. I had thought about having Kevin, Ethan, and I play it and put our Gloomhaven campaign on hold for a little bit, but I just I'm so excited about the Gloomhaven campaign that we're doing. We're having so much fun, and I kind of just want to keep doing that. So the other guys can't really do multiple nights of D&D, Gloomhaven, and Jaws of the Lion. So I'm gonna do a solo campaign. I just got it a few days ago after Target completely messed up my order multiple times, but it's here. It's in front of me. It's unpacked. The box is really cool. I guess this is a good transition of talking a little bit about the differences between the way Gloomhaven was packaged and Jaws of the Lion. I've noticed for sure that Jaws of the Lion is very new player friendly. There's a lot less setup. You can see here. So the scenario book, it's got the map in it and everything, and where to put everything. Your description. So there's less setup on that part, which I think is good for new people. I would almost prefer the tiles still, but I think I'm going to have a great time with it no matter what. There's something about the D&D part of me that likes to set up the actual maps and go through it rather than just opening a book. But it's really easy to set up. Like this took me like 5 minutes to just throw down, and so packing up will be easy too. Just gonna shuck it all in the box. It doesn't close all the way, even from the manufacturer. There was still the top of the lid was up a little bit, so that's kind of Gloomhaven norm. But it looks great. I was looking through the learn to play guide, just to see, because there's these A cards that I've never seen before, and stuff like that. So I wanted to see exactly what I needed to do. One thing I really liked about this is that it kind of, for new players, it gives you like information on how to play, and these A cards. I'll throw some up on the screen, but they have these like descriptions on the bottom that's kind of like hand holding, like attack 3, and then it has this little blue square. One adjacent enemy suffers 3 damage plus modifier. So it really walks you through how to play the game. There's only 6 A cards, and the Hatchet has 10 supposedly in his deck. So at some point, it looks like after the first scenario, you gain some B cards. After the second scenario, you gain some level 1 cards, and then eventually, I think you completely swap out your A and B cards, and you just have a normal like Gloomhaven deck. So it's really cool though. So I guess it's kind of stepping you in to your character, like introducing new cards and new, like, status effects and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I also noticed that there's no city events and stuff until after a few scenarios. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I'm gonna just step through it. I've heard that the first few scenarios are pretty easy, but there's no like level guide. Like if we want to make it harder or anything, it's just kind of as is, which that's cool. It's easier to calculate and stuff. But with that, I looked through the 4 characters. I wanted to play the Void Warden and the Hatchet. I really wanted to play the Hatchet. The Hatchet was 100%. I've heard really cool things about it, like that you chuck a hatchet at somebody and it sticks in them, and then you gain advantage on attacking them, or there's some kind of positives to attacking after you chuck the hatchet at somebody, which I think that's a really cool like gimmick. And I love the this Inox hatchet guy. Is just like the mini is just amazing. It looks super cool. I love like the trench coat, cape look, and it's just really cool. So that was 100%. And then I had picked the Void Warden. Another cool thing about the directions, it gives you like a brief description of the type of of character it is. So like the demolitions Demolitionist is melee damage and obstacle destruction. Red Guard is protection and monster manipulation. Hatchet is range damage and looting. Void Warden is healing and support. So at first I thought, okay, Hatchet. I started looking at the Void Warden. Seems super cool. Like buff cards, everything like that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do Hatchet and Void Warden. But then I started looking through the Hatchet cards, the A cards, and it's range, 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 heal self, range, one melee attack. The Void Warden is all have one of your allies make a melee attack. The problem with that is Hatchet's all ranged, so he's going to be as far away from the bad guys as possible. So it didn't seem like a good synergy, and I was really, really sad about that. I almost played three characters instead of two because the Void Warden sounds awesome. The Hatchet sounds awesome. They all just sound amazing. So I'm going to start out with two. Maybe if I'm able to handle it okay, I might add the Void Warden later. We'll see how that goes. But instead, I chose the Demolitionist, which is another really cool. The mini is awesome. He's got like these like arcane fists or something. I don't even know what they are, but they seem really awesome, and they are melee damage and obstacle destruction. So I have a melee and a ranged, and I think that's going to be uh, a good mix. But we'll just have to see. Either way, I think that's awesome. Another good thing I've noticed about Gloomhaven or about Jaws of the Lion is the initiative tracker pieces. I think that's really cool. It's a really cool idea. Rather than trying to remember, especially if there's a lot of bad guys, like saying, okay, who's next? Okay, 52, 60 now. We're using Gloomhaven Helper, and I'm not going to use these initiative trackers because I'm using Gloomhaven Helper. But if you weren't using Gloomhaven Helper, these would be super handy. So that's cool. Yeah, like overall, like I feel like this game, Jaws of the Line, is built amazing, which gives me a lot of hope for Frosthaven. I love Gloomhaven so far, and I think that Frosthaven is just going to knock it out of the park. So, like the artwork on the cards are really beautiful. Like they just look super cool. Like the Demolitionist is like this heart with this bomb. But anyways, yeah. So I've named the Inox, the Hatchet. I named him Chuck since he chucks a axe. I thought that was fitting. And the Demolitionist, I'm going to name Boom. So we'll see how that goes. It's not super original, but either way, I think it's going to be cool. I don't think we use the character sheets right away because I think we don't gain XP or anything like that for a few scenarios. I think they kind of step us into the introduction, like no city events, no XP, no gold, and then after like the second or third scenario, they start introducing those things. But that's cool. With that, let's dive in. I'm super excited. So I've got the scenario book, and we're supposed to start by reading the cover. Another thing about the quality, the outside cover is a little bit thicker than the guide, the rule book for Gloomhaven, which is nice. I didn't care for how thin the top cover was, so it's a little thicker. And then the other pages are about the same quality as the Gloomhaven rule book. Um, we'll have to see how well this stands up, but yeah, the quality seems much better already. But anyways, let's dive in. It will be good to get back to the Sleeping Lion. After a fortnight going up and down the still river, chasing a bad lead on a missing blacksmith, you can almost feel the warmth of the inn's hearth when Gloomhaven's walls come into view. You're almost home. So evidently we hang out in the Sleeping Lion. Um, to be fair, it's not just the blacksmith. An alarming number of people within the poorer districts of the city have gone missing. Usually nothing comes of it, though, just another poor soul, forgotten out here on the edge of civilization. The blacksmith's wife, Sandy, however, managed to somehow scrape enough money together to hire you to find her husband. You're not sure where the money came from, but no matter the source, it couldn't have come easy, which makes it doubly painful to return to the city empty handed. True, Sandy was a little light on the payment, but you are the Jaws of the Lion, one of the most well known mercenary groups in this backwater dump of a town. Wow. Two guys. Okay. Um, Surely it can't hurt to take charity case every once in a while. Getting good jobs is about maintaining a reputation after all, which is why you really need to get to the bottom of this and not return to the widow with nothing but a callus, but nothing but calluses on your feet. Also, you probably shouldn't call her a widow to her face, at least not until the fate of the blacksmith has been confirmed. Given, however, that none of those who disappeared have returned, the outlook is grim. As these cheery thoughts pass through your mind, you notice movement up ahead and immediately draw your weapon. The sun has dipped low in the sky, reducing visibility, but you can clearly see some ramshackle wooden barricades blocking the road in front of you. And sure enough, as you cautiously approach the scene, vermlings jump out from behind the obstructions, flashing crude swords and sharp sticks. You have to admit, you're quite tired of the day's journey, but still, these are oversized rats. Certainly picked the wrong group of travelers to ambush today. You are the jaws of the lion, after all, and are always ready to show there's only one outcome for anyone who dares threaten you. Rewards, we had a new location, roadside ambush. If you haven't yet, read the first section of the Learn to Play guide before continuing on to the scenario. So let's add the stickers. I don't have removable stickers, but I'm just going to go with it. I think we'll be okay. If we play it again, we'll just already have the stickers on there. So I'll do a swoop over of the map, which is really cool, like really handy, small version of Gloomhaven, which is just awesome. It looks really amazing. The art is just really cool. So this is on B1. Oh, okay. Oh, so we're outside of the city still. Okay, let's do this so I don't get it messed up. All right, that's not too bad. All right, roadside ambush. So we're right outside of Gloomhaven, and we're gonna get attacked. So let's open the scenario book and let's read it real quick. Introduction. Okay, so the roadside ambush, B1. Goal, kill all enemies. Introduction. The road back to Gloomhaven has been long, and now you get attacked by vermlings when all you want is a warm meal and a soft bed. Well, it makes you mad. Mad enough to kill these mangy creatures before you collapse from exhaustion. Of course, the vermlings have other plans. They gibber about wanting your coin and the meat on your bones. Nasty things, really. Best to ignore their ranting and end this quickly. Special rules. Make sure each character's starting hand consists of 6 ability cards marked A. The Vermling Raiders will act on initiative 50 each round. They will first move their base value, and then if a character is adjacent to them, attack for their base attack 2. Okay, so evidently they don't do like regular Vermling cards, which that'll be interesting. So I guess Gloomhaven Helper isn't going to really help us in this case. And then there's a conclusion afterwards, but we won't get into that. So let's set it out here. And then we have one. So this is kind of cool. It kind of seems backwards to me, but that's okay. So the top one is for 2, the middle one is for 3, and the bottom one is for 4. So we have a regular here, none there, an elite there, regular there, none there, and one there. Cool. Let's do one. Let's do 2, 3, 4. That looks good. Okay, and they're all going to go on initiative 50, and they're going to do just their base stuff, which that's kind of cool. It's like an introduction, so you getting to know your characters, and so you don't have to worry too much about the AI. So that's cool. So they're going to let's see here. They will move their base value of 1, and then if a character is adjacent to them, attack for their base attack value of 2. All right. Okay. So then let's do our hatchet here and our demolitionist there. Okay. Let me pick some cards, and I'll probably cut out me sitting and staring at my cards unless I say something interesting, which probably isn't likely, but I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm ready. So I think the hatchet is going to go on initiative 18, and the demolitionist is going to go on initiative 20. So they're both going to go before the vermlings, and then we're just going to track hit points of the vermlings on Gloomhaven Helper, and then we're not going to track initiative just because it's gonna start drawing a card for it and everything else. So we'll just go with that. So the hatchet is going to go first, and I'm going to use the bottom of second wind to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I should have done something a little bit different. Oh well. So that's the bottom of second wind. And then I'm going to use the top of center mass, which is attack 3, range 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to attack the elite. And then, actually, I wonder if I should move back 1, 2, 3. Oh, I want to be in range. Okay. And then attack 3, range 3. Okay, and then so we're going to attack. Oops. -1, so we're going to do 2 damage to the elite. 2. Okay, and that's it. So I think because I did this because I think the demolitionist is going to be able to take out 2, hopefully. So I'm going to use the bottom of knock out the support. So I'm going to move up to 2. 1, 2. I think that's 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go 1. Sorry. And then destroy 1 adjacent obstacle. If you do, strengthen self. So we are now strengthened. Pow. I believe strengthened is advantage on all attacks. Remove at the end of the next turn. So, great. So we discard that. And then we're going to implode. The top of it implodes. We're going to attack 3. And then we get advantage on this because we're strengthened now. So 1, -1, times 2. So that's 6 damage. So 2 is at 5 hit points. So he is dead. That's awesome. Okay. We don't do any coins, which feels weird. But okay. That's our round. Now the... They will first move their base move of 1, and then if a character is adjacent to them, attack for their base attack value of 2. Okay, so it looks like the difference between the elite and the regular is just hit points at this point. So they're going to move 1. So that's nice. That's going to move 1. They're going to move 1. And then they're not adjacent because they're super slow, evidently. And then they're going to attack, which is nothing. So great. Next round, I'm going to look at the cards again and be right back. It's so weird only having a few cards, like 4 cards after the first round feels really weird, especially with used to playing the Cragheart, which has so many cards. All right, I've decided. There's a lot less strategizing out loud when it's just you. It's very odd, the feeling like you're just in your head. You're just thinking about the things that you normally say to Ethan or Kevin. It's really weird. But anyways, the hatch is going to go on initiative 35, and the demolitionist is going to go on 19. So the demolitionist goes first. They're going to use the bottom half of explosive blitz to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there. And then we are going to use the top of 1-2 punch. So we attack 2 and then we attack 1. So I can do the same person or a different person if I wanted to. I'm going to hit the elite all at once, and we're still strengthened. Oh, and I forgot to cycle my cards when I got that ×2. Real quick. Hopefully that ×2 just goes right to the top again. Probably not. Okay, so we're still strengthened. So we're going to get advantage on both of these, which will be nice, right? So we'll attack 2 with advantage. -1 ×2. So that's 4 damage. 2, 4. Okay, great. And then we're going to attack 1. That'll be 2. Okay, so 2 damage. Nice. All right, perfect. So that's that. Now the hatchet is next because we're still above 50. So we are going to use the top of double throw. We're going to attack 2, range 3, target 2. So we're going to get both of these guys. So we sorry, before I forget, we lose strength on the demolitionist. All right, so let's do that. So we are going to attack 2. We're going to attack the elite first. Plus 0, so that's 2 damage. That kills the elite. All right, and then we're going to attack number 3 for 2 damage, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, there we go. And then we are going to use the bottom half of stopping power. I used it mainly because of the initiative. I wanted to go before the Vermlings did. It's got this cool immobilize thing if you're adjacent to an enemy, but I don't think I'll need it for this. So I just used we're going to immobilize an enemy. There's nobody around. We're just going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to come around here. All right, and then the Vermlings are going to go. So 3 is going to move forward 1, and 4 is going to move forward 1. It's out of range. This one, though, will attack for 2 damage. Oh, I guess we're going to have to do an initiative. Doesn't matter. Draw. Okay. -1. So 1 damage to the demolitionist. So that puts her down to 7. Okay. We need to shuffle the demolitionist cards back up again. All right. Cool. That's the end of that round. Both of us have 2 cards left, which we'll have to long rest if we don't take these guys out, but they're at 2 and 5. Or we can just short rest actually after this. So we might be able to take them out. I'm not too worried. Like 2 damage, 4 damage max. So we're not gonna get killed after 1 round. So I think we should be okay. But let's see what happens. It'll be really quick here. So we only have 2 cards left. So Hatchet's going on 25, and Demolitionist is going on 37. Okay, so let's look at these last 2 cards. So we got Close Cuts and Disorienting Barrage. Bummer, that's kind of didn't. So we could move 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use the bottom of Disorienting Barrage to move 2. We're going to move 1. And it says all adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. So 4 suffers 1 damage. Perfect. And then we're going to use the top of Close Cuts. So it's attack 3. And then we're going to do a modifier, -1. So it's 2 damage. It's all right. We didn't kill him, but that's okay. And then we're going to short rest after this, but we'll take care of the Demolitionist next. So let's see. We can stun an adjacent enemy, but we don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. So let's use the top of Piston Punch. So that's attack 3. -1, attack 2. That's okay. That kills him. Oops. What did I just have? I can't remember how many hit points. I think it was at 2 hit points as well. So I messed up which one I killed, but we'll swap around just to make it. I think that they're at the same hit points. Perfect. Okay. So Piston Punch is done, and then we're going to use the bottom of Big One to move 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll come around. So we're going to short rest now. So let's shuffle up cards. Okay, I'm just going to take the top one. So we lost Disorienting Barrage, which that's okay because it's kind of a target 3, and we only have one person left. And then Demolitionist. losing 1-2 punch, which, yeah, okay. All right, so I think we're going to be able to take him out real quick here. So let's see. See if I can just decide real fast. So I'm going to use close cuts again, probably, and then here we go. Perfect. So let's see. I'll use. So Hatchet's going to be initiative 25, and then let's see. 3, 4. 3 will get him up there, and then any one of these attack 3. That sounds good. Okay. All right. So Hatchet is going on initiative 25, and the Demolitionist is going on initiative 20. So they're going to go first, the Demolitionist. So I'm going to use the bottom of the big one to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I'm going to use the top of knock out the support. So it's attack 3. So one adjacent enemy suffers 3 damage plus modifiers. So we're going to do the modifier 3 damage, 4 damage. So, bam, easy as that. Done. Wow, that was super easy. But I mean, it's a good introduction. It's really cool to kind of get an idea. You don't have to worry about the enemy AI cards or anything like that. Like Gloomhaven Helper has been so super helpful that we don't have to really worry about it. But it's a lot to handle, I think, being maybe new to board games and new to card games like Gloomhaven. So that's good. So that's dead. So we have succeeded. So let's read the conclusion. And I think looks like we're gonna have another sticker to add to our map at the end. Okay, conclusion. You wipe the blood of the last vermling from your face, and your thoughts return to the sleeping lion. Surely they've got a stew ready by now. It'd be so perfectly warm and soothing, and it's right through that gate, so close, you can already taste it. But then another thought comes. It is a highly unusual, brazen, really, for a pack of vermlings to operate this close to the city. Could they be behind the string of disappearances? It's a long shot, but one worth investigating, especially considering this ambush site doesn't look like their base of operations. There's probably a nest nearby that, with any luck, will have more information on the missing blacksmith. Any treasure. And treasure. Treasure would be nice. Okay, so new location, a hole in the wall. So that's 2. And that is at B1 again. Okay. Looks like it goes right there. I was super nervous about this. Cool, so right next to it, there's a hole in the wall. So, cool. Okay. Well, that was really fast. I mean, that was like less than half an hour. So let's go ahead and do the next scenario. Actually, I'll probably do the next scenario now, and I'll split it up into 2 episodes. It'll make it a little bit easier to digest anyways. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this new solo playthrough of Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, and we'll see you next time.